Good evening, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to cook Ribolita, R-I-B-O-L-L-I-T-A. Ribolita is a sort of vegetarian soup which is usually cooked in southern Italy when they had leftovers from main meals. But we're definitely not going to use leftovers, we're going to use fresh ingredients. So you will require 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I tend to use extra virgin olive oil for all my cookings. You require the following vegetables. For the sake of simplicity, I've cut 3 vegetables and put it into one pot so that I can cook them easily because they all have to be added at the same time. But you can put them in separate pots. It involves 2 carrots. You can see the carrots in this. 3 to 4 celery sticks. And some butternut squash, about 2 cups of butternut squash, which simply means pumpkin. Any variety of pumpkin can also do. This also requires half a head of cabbage. This is the cabbage leaves, neatly chopped. It requires some beans. You can use any amount of beans you like. You can use any type of beans you like. You can use bean seeds if you like. You can use beans out of a can. I tend to like fresh finger beans cut this way. So you need about 2 or 3 tomatoes neatly diced, as what you can see in here. You require 1 onion. You require salt and pepper, as with any other cooking. You'll require vegetable stock cubes of any type, and you'll require garlic. That's it. The first step is to heat a pan with the extra virgin olive oil. And once it's heated, to this we now add onions, followed by carrot, celery and butternut squash. And that's why I put them all in together, because they all have to be added in together soon after you add in the onions. So let's add them all in. After 10 minutes of boiling, all the vegetables are soft. At this stage, you can start adding in the tomatoes. This is where liquid moisture comes in for the first time into this dish. All the while it's rather dry. You can still see a bit of moisture in the bottom, but it's very little. In goes the tomatoes. Also at this stage, the beans can go in. And the stock. That's 1 cube of vegetable stock which I added into boiling water and mixed it in here. That goes in as well. And now let this mixture boil for another 15 minutes. After this is fully done, the next step after this is adding in the cabbage. And if you're using kale, K-A-L-E, that can also be added at the next stage. But we'll come to the next stage when we cross the bridge. For now, this cooks for 15 minutes. Here's the carrot, celery and pumpkin, along with a little bit of garlic, which you can see in the spoon. I just added in some garlic from the tube, about half a teaspoon. All this can be heated together. I've already added in the pepper, that's the black stuff you can see sticking on the vegetables. And at this stage I'll add in the salt. And you really just want to do this until the vegetables are softened. Once it's softened, then we add in the next ingredient. So all this will take about 10 minutes to soften it. After that, the next ingredient happens to be the tomatoes and the beans and the stock. So for 10 minutes we'll heat this until it softens. And now you can see the beans and the tomatoes nicely boiling with the previous mixture of the squash, carrots, onions and celery. Now to this, add in the cabbage. Here's the cabbage, and let this all boil in for the next 20 more minutes. Ah, what a beautiful smell! Absolutely superb. You can just smell all the boiled vegetables. I can smell the beans predominantly. Also some of the cabbage. Those are the two predominant smells. I've turned off the heat. All vegetables are soft. You can even see that there's a lot of liquid in it. It's like a soup, such as a dish. It can also be eaten with bread if you like. You can use multigrain bread with it. And top it up with any cheese you like, Parmigiano Reggiano or Parmesan, and it's absolutely ready to serve. I typically like to put cream onto it and serve it with cream. That's really tasty for a soup like this. Totally vegetarian, very healthy. Here it is, the Ribolita. This is a close-up view. This is how it looks like, full of liquid at the bottom. You'll definitely need something to soak it all up. Some sort of bread, for which I use my multigrain bread, which I buy, all types of it. Wholemeal and seeds. There's also soy-lin multigrain bread, another favorite of mine. Another type of multigrain bread I eat is wholemeal and oats. There are 3 types of multigrains I buy. You can also decorate this with light sour cream. If you don't like the sour taste, you can simply put ordinary thickened cream as well. You can even put designs on it. And here it is, the crowning moment. I'm going to actually feast on a piece of it. The steam is even blurring out the lens of the camera. Let me feast on it now. That was lovely. Cabbage has never tasted so tasty before. Cabbage plus pumpkin plus carrot plus celery plus beans. That's 5 vegetables. You got your 5 vegetables per day in just this. Beautiful. Absolutely superb. My apologies if you can't hear my voice so clear, but it's absolutely superb. And it's so healthy. And that's the Ribolita. Fantastic vegetarian dish. Can double up as a soup or even as a main dish. Thank you for your kind attention and good night.